Now, let me get back to the machine room of this webinar, and the title of this webinar is How to Create Instant Cash Flow. Well, let's see if we're talking theory or if we are, or if this is reality. So let me, for a moment, go back to screen share. Yes, there you go. You have $1,302.40 that's been generated just in the last 72 hours. And I have to say, I've never seen money come in that easily, that spontaneously. Happy even to say that some of the people that have joined with me is also people who, some of them have already made earnings themselves, which is really fun, and that's really the objective of what we're doing here, is to, I don't want to show off earnings. The key thing is that we see it work for the other people. But here you have 8 people that joined, and in a moment more will be explained why each time there is 5 Litecoin, which is over $200. If you convert, this was just moments ago in Google that I checked what is 40 Litecoin in dollars, because that's what it adds up to, and there it goes, $1,302.40. So the beauty is this is all instantly. It's loads of fun to see and actually hear it come inside my Litecoin wallet. It makes a little bit of money sound. So might as well have fun when you're receiving. It's fun to give and it's fun to receive. So not theory, great practicality. And what I would love to do actually is I would like to begin by sharing the video that shares when you're going to go to the website. This is what you're going to see, WealthCreatorPro. There is no buttons, no distractions. You're inside your own private movie theater, explosive income in record-breaking time. Might as well, if you cash cow on demand, ATM machine inside your house, and 2 buttons. I want in now, or you may want to see the video first. And then if you want to go in more details on the compensation plan. So let's take a peek on the video, and let me double check one thing. Yes, share the computer sound, so that way in the recording it will also be at full volume.
Hey guys, welcome to Wealth Creator Pro. How would you like to earn $200, $400, $600, $800, potentially $1,000 per day or more instantly, paid to you and in automatic pilot while you're asleep? Our state-of-the-art auto processor will immediately transfer all commissions paid instantly directly into your e-wallet upon point of purchase, which means instant payments, no middleman. By just qualifying with a minimum of 2 sales, you can make an absolute fortune to infinity. Let me show you the math by picking random numbers for the sake of illustration purposes only. With only 3 sales in your downline, you can earn $600. With only 8 sales in your downline, you can generate $1,600. With only 12 sales in your downline, you can earn $2,400. With only 30 sales in your downline, you can earn $6,000. With only 100 sales in your downline, you will earn approximately $20,000. And with only 2,000 sales generated within your downline, your commission would be in the $400,000 range. I mean, do the math, guys. This is absolutely phenomenal. One-time, lifetime, 7 Litecoin to subscribe, 5 Litecoin paid out in commission, which is approximately $200 US. That's $200 US, or 5 Litecoin per person being paid to you for every individual within your downline to infinity. What more could you possibly ask for? Get back to the person that was kind enough to share this website with you, and let's get the ball rolling.
So, couldn't be simpler than this, could it? That's what I call getting straight down to brass tacks, to the facts, and that is exactly the strength of this particular program, that there is a simplicity to it. Now, in a moment, I will have the joy of introducing the man behind this program, the man behind many of the most successful programs that have ever been on the internet. Mentors in Motions, Mentoring Millionaires, some of the brilliant, brilliant programs. Don't think this is an accidental simplicity. This is a end result of knowing the market, knowing mathematics, knowing economics, knowing finance, and knowing to make sure that we can deliver on that promise, how to create instant cash flow. Now, we're going to watch the compensation plan video together because it's short. It gets right to the specifics. On the site, you can click the button compensation plan. I'll do it here in YouTube so that we can go to full screen. Here we go.
Hey guys, what I want to do right now is I want to take every single one of you through what I call a simple exercise in massive prosperity. This is where you touch it, feel it, smell it, cash it, spend it the same day. No, you don't need any company owner to send you a commission check. We have a built-in automated processor that immediately pays you the commission upon the original transaction between you and your client. Let me share with you exactly how this works in the form of a compensation plan. To enroll, it is 7 Litecoin one time out of pocket. 7 Litecoin one time out of pocket. When you first enroll, you become an apprentice. In order to be qualified to start making money, you must generate 2 sales. One is your training sale, and your second promotes you to master distributor. And know this, only master distributors can start making money immediately from each pay line and every pay line they choose to create and develop. Let me give you an example. Let me use the name Frank. Let me hypothetically say that Frank is a master distributor. He's already made his first training sale, which he doesn't get to keep, and now he's on his second sale. So we have Frank, and once again, he is a qualified master distributor now by starting his second sale. His second sale is an individual by the name of Brooke. Brooke is going to enroll, pay 7 Litecoin, and 5 Litecoin is immediately going to split from that 7 through the automated processor and pay Frank 5 Litecoin in commission, or close to $200 US in instant commissions paid directly to him. Brooke is Frank's second sale. So Frank, obviously, being qualified as a master distributor, gets to keep that money. Now, what would Brooke like to do? She would like to graduate to master distributor, so what does she have to do? Brooke must refer her first apprentice sale or training sale to Frank within Frank's immediate pay line. So Brooke brings in Tracy. Frank doesn't know Tracy, but Brooke brings in Tracy. Tracy pays 7 Litecoin, in which 5 Litecoin has to be paid out immediately in commission. It can only go to the master distributor, and that is Frank. Congratulations, Brooke. You qualified to master distributor now. You can start your own pay lines accordingly. So now Tracy's working with Frank. Tracy immediately wants to get out and become a master distributor. So what does she have to do? She has to create a training sale or an apprentice sale. So Tracy brings in Val. Val comes in at 7 Litecoin, in which 5 Litecoin is in the form of commission. That 5 Litecoin rolls all the way up to the master distributor, and that's Frank. Val decides that he wants to become a master distributor. So what does he have to do? He has to go out, generate a first apprentice sale or a first training sale. Val brings in Troy. Troy spends 7 Litecoin, in which 5 is the form of commission, and that rolls all the way up to the master distributor of this pay line. That goes to Frank. Troy decides he wants to become a master distributor, so what does he have to do? He has to generate 1 apprentice sale or 1 training sale in Frank's personal pay line. Troy goes out and brings Chris. Chris comes in at 7 Litecoin. Well, guess what? Frank, you're a pretty lucky guy, because when Chris pays 7 Litecoin, 5 in commission, and you don't even know who Chris was, you don't even know who Troy was, you don't know who Val was, you don't even know who Tracy was. This is all done automatically, globally speaking, worldwide. As people come into the organization, Frank, when Chris came in, you just picked up another 5 Litecoin, or equivalent to almost $200 US. Isn't that pretty amazing? So now what's Chris going to do? The obvious. Chris is going to go out and bring Linda as his first qualified training sale. Okay, or apprentice sale, call it whatever you like. Linda comes in, 7 Litecoin, boom, 5 Litecoin in commission goes all the way up to Frank. Whoever the master distributor is of the pay line collects all the money from all the first apprentice or qualified training sales, all the way to infinity. So guess what's going to happen again? Linda's going to bring in Carol. Carol comes in, spends 7 Litecoin. Frank, you pick up another 5 Litecoin in commission. You don't even know these people. So when you take a look at the first video showing you the amount of money you can make per person in each downline, now you can understand it here in the compensation plan video, right? So let's take a look at it. Frank brought in Brooke as his second sale. Brooke wanted to qualify, brought in Tracy. Tracy wanted to qualify, brought in Val. Val wanted to qualify, brought in Troy. Troy wanted to qualify, brought in Chris. Chris wanted to qualify, brought in Linda. Linda wanted to qualify, brought in Carol. Well, guess who the master distributor of that pay line is? It's Frank. Every brand new qualified sale that enters Frank's pay line, the 5 Litecoin commission immediately goes right to Frank, or you, or whoever the master distributor is of that pay line. Isn't that amazing? So very quickly, when you take a look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sales right there at an estimated $200 or 5 Litecoin, Frank just picked up $1,400 in the last couple hours, allowing people to refer their first sale to Frank. What happens if Frank goes out and starts a 3rd sale? He starts a whole new pay line. What happens if Frank goes out and starts a 4th sale? He starts a whole new pay line. What happens if Frank goes out and starts a 5th sale? He starts a whole new pay line. And all this goes to infinity. And everyone can replicate the same process. Once you do your first qualified sale or apprentice sale, you can now get out and become a master distributor and start making copious amounts of money. All you have to do right now is get back to the person that shared this website with you, or feel free to contact them immediately. Let's get you started and start cashing in today.
Well, there you have it. And I do remember the first time that I saw the up pay plan. I was like, this sounds too good to be true. This couldn't be unlimited. I mean, in all the other businesses, they only paid so many levels deep, and I was trying to figure out, how could anybody be paying unlimited deep? And anyways, for about 3-4 days, I nearly didn't sleep because I was trying to figure it out, I knew I was going to prove that it couldn't work. And I'll tell you, does it work? As a matter of fact, all the programs where not only myself, but the people that I've worked with, where they have made the biggest amounts of money in the easiest, simplest way, it's been in the pay plan that you have just seen explained. And I'm delighted because the man behind the scene, the creator, the gentleman who truly is a pro in the industry, an individual who has contributed so much in the field of self-development, in the field of human potential, a gentleman who hasn't just allowed people to make literal fortunes, but also has helped them bring out their full potential. You look at the gentleman behind ClickFunnels, has become this massive, massive success. Well, guess what? I don't know because whether you're on the right side or on the left side of me, because Zoom does that. Yeah, somewhere on the screen, the other person. My great honor, Mr. Smith, Mr. Val Smyth, Professor Dr. Val Smyth, I'll call you tonight.
You're funny, Doc. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. And, you know, it's been a great journey over the last 40 years of being in this industry. I got started in 1979, and here we are today and going into 2019. It's pretty amazing that we've lasted that long. Usually people burn out along the way, but this is an exciting concept here. I think that's time has come. I think there's I think there's a full evolutionary process about to take place in 2019. I think from 2006 to 2018, I think people are tired of the gimmicks and the Mickey Mouse type of marketing that goes on out there. The beautiful thing is now we get to build relationships, focus on people, and really identify with who people truly are. And over the years, I've had the great privilege of, working with over 2 million people in this industry. I kid you not, building massive organizations, and Mentors in Motion was pretty much my claim to fame. It was my masterpiece, I guess, if there was a masterpiece. And many great online marketers today, Russell Brunson and Jeff Mills, and the list goes on and on. Todd Falcone came through there. A lot of people came through Mentors in Motion. They wanted to discover what it was all about, and Russell came through there 15 years ago, and look where he is today. He's working exclusively with Anthony Robbins on many projects, and he's gone on to build a major empire. So it's been fun, it's been exciting, and it's great to see where people are today. But when we put this program together, Doc, we wanted this to be for the masses. We wanted to make it affordable for every man, woman, child, single parent on welfare. We wanted to make this affordable for second, third world countries. We wanted this to be affordable for college, university students. And so hence the price. It's only 7 Litecoin. That's not a whole lot of money if you're to take a look at really what's going on out there. We could have turned this into a high ticket. We could have sold this for equivalent to $1,250 or $5,000, and we could have justified it very easily. The value is truly there, and the value is not so much in just physical tangible products or digital products or whatever it is you want to call it. The value is in the people that are a part of this. I can't begin to tell you how much money I've spent over the years, Doc, on getting involved in business opportunities that I may not have even wanted to get involved in, but there were people there that I had to become connected to. So there's a price to pay for connections. And so to pay money to become connected to people, it's a beautiful thing. And I highly recommend people get smart enough and wise enough to figure that out. As far as the product here, well, you saw the compensation plan. I think the compensation plan's genius. I've been around this comp plan since kind of 1987, but really 1989. So I've been around it for a long time. I've seen a lot of friends in my age group. I'm over 50 years old. A lot of friends in my age group have gone on to make millions of dollars. No exaggeration, no hype, no smoke and mirrors, totally legitimate. Have gone on to become instrumental company owners, just copious amounts of money. And, it's got a track record of being brilliant. The concept you just saw today on video is absolutely flawless. It's flawless. It's guaranteed to make you money if you're guaranteed to follow the instructions. And I know you're not supposed to use the word guaranteed, but I feel 150% confident to say the word guaranteed because once you activate that second sale, you're guaranteed to make money because the system automatically makes you money. The really cool feature that I love about this going into 2019, 2020, 2021, and as we move and progress into the future is that you don't have to worry about company owners. This is really exciting because, there's always been, that fear mechanism in place. Who are the company owners? People always worry about who the company owners are. That's not even a question anyone even needs to ask about today because all as it is this is an automated piece of artificial intelligence sitting up there on the internet. And what it does without any human interference is it just spits out money like an ATM machine. It's a processor. That's all it is. It's a merchant processor. And what happens is the money splits. Admin gets their small portion and, distributors get their fine portion. And take a look at the illustration you showed at the beginning. 72 hours, look what you did in a low ticket. This is low ticket. I mean, this is something that's affordable for everybody. This is a business opportunity you can literally get involved in on a credit card, take no money out of your pocket, and hypothetically speaking. Go ahead, Doc.
And what you're saying is totally factual, Val. I was with a gentleman in the Philippines, and he made this payment, and within minutes thereafter, I don't even know if it was minutes. It may have been 30 seconds or something.
Boom.
I receive an email that I got paid, and I hear the ka-ching in the background of the exchange wallet.
Yeah, and it's not even a wallet that a company controls. You're the owner. You're the choreograph artist of that wallet. How that plays out, that's your own private vault. Nobody else has their hands on it. I'll never know what your wallet is or how to get into it or anything. That's yours, and that's the wave of the future in marketing for instant gratification. And we're not just talking about in theory, we're talking about in technology. We're not talking about theory anymore, guys. We're talking about the technology just boom. 30, 40, 50 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, depending, boom, you get paid. And that's just the way it is. How can you go wrong with a system that works 100% flawless, has no problems with it whatsoever? It is absolutely utopic. It is perfect. And all it does is it asks you to follow the instructions, do this, 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 and this. And in return, you receive exactly this, this, and this. And there's no gray zone. It's either black or white. It's as simple as that. Guaranteed to get paid this in return for this. Qualify by getting two. And unfortunately, there's people out there on the internet that say that you can make a lot of money on the internet without recruiting, sponsor, or building a downline. That's so not true. If it is, then why are they recruiting on Facebook? Why are they advertising that on Facebook? And then why are they signing people up on Facebook? That's a reverse psychology. That's, so that's kind of something that I won't even describe here. So what we do is we've created a little simple business opportunity that's extremely lucrative, that will help people go from the basement to the penthouse. And we designed it so that a 3-year-old child, as long as, they were homeschooled or something by intelligent parents, could teach a 3-year-old child how to participate in this. And I kid you not, the 3-year-old kids can figure out the mathematics on this, and it's absolutely brilliant. It blows away any MLM, system out there. It truly, truly does, because this is not multi-level marketing. It's not even a unilevel when you take a look at it. And Doc, you said, you were kind of mesmerized the first time you saw this compensation plan because it paid infinite in depth. Well, don't forget, it also pays infinite in width. You can go forever wide. You can start as many pay lines as you want from here to infinity and get paid from here to infinity. So you can understand why some people will be making $100,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $80,000 a month, very systematically, and they cannot do that in multi-level marketing because the numbers do not permit, and math is math, and that's just universal law. Go ahead, Doc.
I want to give a shout out to the wonderful lady who is below us. Men love to be on top. No, there is, behind every great man there is a great woman, and behind every great program there is a great woman. And the new friend who, we've known each other for a while, but we've come to know each other now here. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead, switch on your microphone. Yeah, there we go. I've unmuted you. Tracy, tell me a little bit behind the, in the machine room, because you're there in the engineer, and you're in the intestinal department of this body. So what is it like up there?
Well, that's true. And yes, you and I do go back several years, but now we've actually got an opportunity to get to know each other much better. And it's been a lot of fun. And really from behind the scenes working, Val and I have worked together for several years very closely. And I have to say that has been one of the biggest blessings in my life. And he's really right about when you get a chance to connect with the right people. And, everything is a learning process. We learn from each other and develop through each other and with each other. And so that's what this program, we really believe is so integral to what is needed in this industry. But going back really to the nuts and bolts of putting this together, I was very fortunate also to be working with a gentleman who is just, he is the genius of geniuses. If you can conceive it, he can build it. And anytime we come to Troy with any of the ideas that we have, he's very thoughtful about the concept and puts that all together. And between him and I, we work together to produce what we now have with WealthCreatorPro. And it was really needed in this industry because, as Val was saying, there's so much out there today that really lies to people. The industry is a beautiful industry. It's all about, earning that from home income and meeting people and developing relationships and building teams. And somehow that's gotten lost in this industry through the online world. And, and people are being lied to. And, Val, that's, I think, where Val and I really did come together initially, was because our ideologies were the same, that we believed in the education, we believed in the truth in the marketing world, and that we really wanted to erase all of that nonsense and empower people. Because I think what happens in today's world, in the online world, is that people are becoming crippled. And, people are promising all these things that really are not assisting them in the mental development that they need to be able to produce, to become successful. And so with all of the lies out there, then people are becoming less successful or not successful at all because there's a false belief. And this industry really is very, very simple. And this compensation plan, and I tell you, if people get that aha moment, we watched on a presentation the other day when Val got his pen and paper out, and he was drawing circles. I love the circles on the napkin thing. Everybody in this industry has gone through that in a restaurant at one time or another, right? But it works. The circles work. And he showed that physically using people in the webinar, and you could physically see everybody's jaw drop open when they got that aha moment, because there isn't a compensation plan out there. I don't care whether you're talking binaries, unilevels, whatever the case may be, you know, matrix programs. There is nothing that can compare to this within a mile. So when people really understand how this works and how that you're getting referrals from people that you don't know, have never known, coming from other parts of the world, and you're receiving these payments on automation, and that really is the hero here, is the software. And I really want to give a shout out to Troy, because he really is the genius behind this. And it really is, when you and I had some interactions there in the beginning, and like you say, you were testing it out, and I think you were just testing the system, and then all of a sudden the train went in motion, and you know, hallelujah, and your results prove that, and so do others. And so nothing makes us happier as the company owners of putting this together, to see people really get that aha moment, understand it, and then really, honestly, with a number of the really magical number of 2, they could really change their lives just with referring 2 people. Now, think about how that excitement builds, and people just think about that, well, why would I only want to refer 2? Let me start a few more pay lines. And I mean, the leverage here, not only just within the system, but think about this also within the cryptocurrency, because as you're leveraging the system and earning through that and building your resources, building your wallet, you're also taking a look at what the cryptocurrency market is doing right now. So you're actually compounding your earnings. And so, you know, with starting out with, I mean, that was wonderful. I love that image that you showed. Just with a little bit of effort in 72 hours, look what you've developed. I mean, the potential here is unlimited. It's never going away. The software is there. It runs like a machine. And all we are here to do is just assist through the process. And, you know, when I talk to people in the background, and happy to come out and speak publicly. And Val, of course, is the genius. There is nobody else in the planet that can actually deliver a message and coach and mentor people through that process. And that really is real wisdom coming from him. If people learn to get together with the right people in this industry, it can literally change lives. And I know that it's changed mine in the years that we've been working together, and the people that we've met and the relationships we've built.
You're touching on a very important part, Tracy, that and I think it's the part we tend to, especially when we've been for a while in the industry, is that aspect that we can operate this business from our home. When we look at the not tens of millions, but the hundreds of millions of people that are getting up, you know, 6, 7 in the morning. Heck, in cities like Paris and Brussels, they sometimes need to get up at 5 in the morning to arrive at 9 o'clock in their cubicle to go sit at a computer. And here we get to do this not only from our home, but then there is also that next key that gets unlocked. And it's a tough one to grasp unless you've been able to do it. And that is, we get to do economy with the entire world. So with this sort of business, now it makes no difference which economy we are in. You're independent of your local economy. As a matter of fact, with a similar pay plan a few years back, we decided to move to, well, pretty much the scene like right here, to an island backway. Bequia is just underneath St. Vincent. It's a little west of Barbados. And this is one of those undiscovered islands. It's where Steven Spielberg and Bill Gates and Abramovich was in front of my kitchen 4 times. I was always happy when Abramovich had to go home and I got to stay there, you know, so he had to go back to work. I was working right there.
You know, that's a really important point, because, I mean, I left the corporate industry. I was in the corporate industry for 31 years, and I left that in 2006. So I've been working online full time. That's my world. And the world that people get into in the corporate industry that I saw was that people were stuck. And they were in that hamster wheel, and they were seeing the same people every day. They were doing the same job every day. They were fighting the same traffic every day. They were miserable every day. Nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And I saw that from my point of view, that I was in an environment that was stuck. Therefore, I was stuck in it. I was really the square peg. I never really fit. But so it was really time. I think I outstayed my welcome at one point. But you know what I love, and you were right on the button with it, because, you know, we've made friends. I'm over here in British Columbia, Canada. Val's in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I mean, you're across the globe from us. Frank's across the globe from us. And the wonderful relationships that we've managed to really develop. And really, technology, we got to love technology for that. Technology can do 2 things. It can cripple us, or it can empower us. And you have to determine what you're going to do with it. And so we've provided that with what you've provided with us today, sitting together in this room, like we're sitting across the table having a cup of coffee together like old friends. And then we've provided the technology that it all works like a fine machine. Everything's automated. All you have to do is engage. And, you know, you've got the people like yourself and Val and Frank that are there to uplift people and give people the tools mentally to be able to engage and have the courage and the confidence. And I think that once that we've done that with people, we've done our job. And I think that we really have an opportunity of changing a lot of lives by doing that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing what you have, Tracy. And you've mentioned a gentleman with the name Frank. And as a matter of fact, it is my great pleasure to make this as a public statement for the entire world to hear that the gentleman who woke me up, and he actually had to knock on my door quite a few times, the digital door, is right underneath me here. As a matter of fact, if you go south from Portugal, you go straight into Africa, and inside Africa is our good friend Frank. And I will not even attempt to pronounce your last name, Frank. I'll leave that part to you. Frank, please share a little bit about why you have come to love this program.
Well, wonderful people listening to me out there. This is Frank Neocant Anchor once again. I'm a serial sales marketing expert, both offline and online. I literally help startup companies increase their sales from up to 30 to up to 40% in the first 100 days. And I saw this project, and Val had to take his time, break down the whole compensation plan to me, and I was like, wow. Because all this time I was used to the normal binary, the normal 2x2 metrics, the normal 2x1 metrics, 2x3 metrics, and uni-level. And what really got my attention was how this compensation plan can transform huge lives in Africa. Because we've seen people in network marketing for over 5 years, 10 years, and they're still stuck with the same old system. But the sad thing is that these people are not prospering in these modules of income stream. Let me put it that way. So for Val to bring that enlightenment to me, when I saw it, I was like, wow, we could really change a lot of lives with this compensation plan. That got my attention, and I said to myself that, look, I'm going to make sure that this opportunity gets to at least 10 countries here in Africa, because if it literally gets there, that means we're going to create a whole lot of wealth in abundance for people. And so far, so good. The transformation has been gradual, but it's really penetrating super fast. And I'm super excited that this 2019, a lot of prosperity is going to be transformed and created from this great system. This was my tipping point, and I'm super, super excited about it. I'm totally focused. I'm driven. The passion alone for this whole project gets me super, super excited. So, yeah, I'm really excited for admins not controlling anybody's income. The system pays out automatically. And I love that artificial intelligence that has been inculcated in the system, you know, and with the world aggravated or transforming into that sector of the blockchain technology and artificial intelligence, programs like this have really taken the forefront, and it's trust me, it's beaten all the odds, and I'm just excited about this. Very well done, Mrs. Tracy. You're just on top of your game, and Val, sorry, an amazing coach. I've literally loved these conversations, loved these trainings, and I always love to stay up to learn more from him. So I'm just excited, and for Mr. Dr. Lieven, one amazing leader that I've come to learn a lot from, and I appreciate so much for him locking arms with us in this great opportunity.
And Frank, you've made some good money.
And I can tell with this opportunity, exactly.
You made so much money. You've made so much money. You're ready to choke on it.
You're right. You're right. So,
congratulations to you. You've done a fantastic job too, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Most people will never be able to do what you just did in just a couple of days. Just a couple of days. You made more money in a couple of days than
So
some
2019.
couple months.
Is going to be a year of global transformation. And for those people that are ready to permit abundance into their life, not just enough to survive, but actually have more than enough to be able to pay the bills, more than enough to be able to pay for education, more than enough to be able to pay for not just adequate healthcare in the regular sense, medicine, etc., because hopefully we don't need these things too much or too many times, but that we can afford to also do all the natural care in the natural therapies and the beautiful organic foods, and that we can supplement ourselves with high quality, high potency vitamins, minerals, and all these things. They're not cheap. And it's nice to have plenty of funds to pay for that, to be able to travel. It's often said that travel is the ultimate education, and to be able to take your entire family, not just on a once-a-year trip, but several times per year, go to places, or go live in another place for 3 months, 6 months. Open up your laptop or your cell phone or your pad, and boom, continue this wonderful business. So I want to urge the people who are seeing this video, reach out. You know, there is a link, and yes, if you feel comfortable, go ahead and sign up. But at the same time, if you want to talk to a real person, if you want to know that there is actually real people, I hope you're sensing that we're people that, yeah, we use our head, but we come from the heart. And we're here to help. As a matter of fact, there is one of the great leaders from New York who has joined our team, and his main concern was, Lieven, is this program going to help my team? I don't want to just, sign people up in a program. I'm a good marketer. I can sign, pretty much promote anything I want to, but I want to see that the people that we sign up, that they too, and I've committed to that. And I know, as a matter of fact, Val, you made the statement that this compensation plan, the one-up, combined with a proactive support, where we can help provide some advertising for people that don't feel comfortable introducing this to their friends. You know, the beauty is, once we help somebody make their initial, not only your money back, but when you begin to make profit, and you can show that that can be done again and again and again, then automatically the natural things happens. And that is not that we have to go out and sell it, not that we have to go out and convince people, but that we're eager to share because it works for us. And then it becomes, I mean, then we do feel comfortable going to our family, or at least those of our family who would like also to use the great help and the wonderful injections. So I would like to close off the meeting today, Val, with give us a glimpse of your vision for 2019 and what your wishes for this program, and every participant who's going to come into this program. Tell us how you see that.
That's a great question. Thank you for asking me. That gives me an opportunity to kind of boast about something here in a fun-loving way. A lot of people set goals come New Year's Eve. You know, New Year's Eve, it's about setting goals. Goal setting is the worst thing you can teach a human being. It truly, truly is. And I know that's going to shock some of you. I'm not a big believer in goal setting. If you were to read any great spiritual book, there is no such thing as goal setting in the spirit world. It's ask and you shall receive. Human beings don't have faith in that. They don't believe in that. They don't have confidence in that statement. Maybe they should take a look at that statement and just stare at it for a while and really internalize it, assimilate it, and manifest it. If you want something, the universe is abundant. Man-made motivational books, they're nice, but nice doesn't make you money. The beautiful thing about this is you can basically run wild with it. All you have to do is give yourself permission to say yes, number one, and give yourself permission to the great philosophy, the great philosopher, you know, Napoleon Hill in the book Think and Grow Rich. It's about one thing: commitment to the completion of the task. There's no such thing as joining a program. There's no need to join any program. Anybody can join a program. That's what the masses can do, is join a program. You don't want to join a program. You want to ignite or launch a program. And if you feel you have the capabilities of psychologically being able to make that decision and giving yourself permission to do those very simple, easy things that a child does on a regular basis every single day, you're going to super exceed your expectations beyond your wildest dreams. So just set an absolute command in the universe. It's all about absolute commands. When you understand the power of an absolute command over Mickey Mouse goal setting, you'll find your way through life in a much more effective, positive, and prosperous fashion. Back to you, Doc.
Wow. We're going to replay those words a few times. I love it. I love it. You're giving us pieces of wisdom so condensed that and I truly urge every listener of the video to replay what Val just said, because there is pearls of wisdom in there. Here, 2019, just around the corner. Some people are going to see this video only in 2019, and well, my last thing I would like to share is actually money itself. It's energy. It's nothing less. It's nothing more. It can be used for the good. It can be used for the bad. Money is not the root of all evil. And not even the love of money is the root of all evil. When you go back to original scripture, it is the addictive love of money is the root of all evil. That is exactly what it was written. And the reality is the addictive love of anything is destructive. But money is an enabler. It sure as heck enables you to take care of your family. It helps you to take care of your neighborhood, helps you to take care of projects that you choose to empower. And with the four of us here and then the rest of the people that are on the team, we truly want to see you empowered. And I hope that I'm kind of speaking not just to your ears, but also to your heart. We want to see you empowered. In these last few weeks, I've talked to people of different professions, and the desire, and this is around the globe, because you see that the globe is struggling in chaos and confusion at this point. Look at what's been happening in Paris there, but not just in Paris, all over the world. But there is wonderful people willing to bring out the best that they have. Money, good money flow is part of that. It is like oxygen. We don't need to produce oxygen. It's in the air. We just need to learn to breathe it. And it's the same deal with money. We don't need to create money. We just need to learn to let it flow into our life. Having a wonderful machine and a system, and then the people behind the system to facilitate that, to accelerate that. I close off not only this webinar, but I close off this year in great gratitude. Gratitude to you, Frank, for having introduced me to the program. Gratitude to you, Tracy, for being the engine behind this wonderful machine. And gratitude to you, Val, for not retiring, instead to actually, I think you're just becoming, you're sort of entering into the puberty of your wisdom. How is that? Okay, folks, thank you. And come inside, join us. You'll find a great family of people, visionaries, and people that want to see a better world, and we can do it together, and we can have a good time in the process. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye. Bye.